Guys, this is Parm with ProBox Respect TKO. I'm with the ever familiar face of Alfie Warren, boxing representative. Alfie, how you doing? You alright?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, just caught me. Sorry about the appearance. Just come back from the gym. Just finished work. Been to the gym and all that.
Yeah, you said you're hitting the gym again, mate. So
just got to get rid of this belly.
Yeah, and you're doing great. So it's a bit of a not quite a New Year's resolution, but
yeah,
it's
a bit of a health resolution, I think. Anyway, I just. It's always good to stay fit and healthy. So
absolutely. Yeah. Well, we're trying to sort of keep out the rain, so I think we're doing well. Just going back to last time when we done an interview, bud. Canelo versus Smith. Just a quick word on that, because we had big hopes for Liam Smith, and what a fight he put up as well.
Yeah, I thought he put up a brilliant fight against Canelo. I thought we had a great chance, and I thought he made it competitive. I don't think it was an easy night's work for Canelo whatsoever. I think he put it on him early, but I just think with Canelo, which I was surprised at Canelo, I was surprised that Canelo held some of Liam's shots, but I think some rounds Liam was a bit reluctant, to get in there or something like that.
Seemed that way, didn't it?
Yeah, to me it did. When he a few times when I thought, he's got him on the ropes here and all that. He was a bit reluctant to go in. Liam thought his timing was off, and I think that's a bit sometimes a bit evident to see. But no excuses from Liam. He went in there and he put up a fight against Canelo, right? And it just goes to listen. I think that Liam proved that he's world class.
Definitely,
he proved that he belonged like he was a worthy world champion. But
and taking nothing away from Canelo, he's pound for pound, he's one of the best, isn't he?
Canelo's an elite fighter.
He definitely is.
There's no shame in losing to that, but I think as it went on, I think the first knockdown with the body shot was it might have been the second knockdown. I think that's took a lot out of Liam as well.
Yeah,
and I think it took a lot out of him. And I think was it the next round he stopped him.
He did. Yeah, it was a 9th round, wasn't it? It was a 9th round stoppage.
I think the first body shot took a lot out of Liam. And Canelo's a huge puncher. He's an elite fighter. I don't think. I think Canelo is gradually getting better. He's not the full article yet, Canelo, but I don't think he is. But once he gets there,
he's got a huge following, hasn't he? And
he's got a huge following. I think he's great. Like I said, I mentioned before. I don't think he's great. I think he's good, but I think he's getting the potential to be great. And the thing is, where he's been around for so long, I keep forgetting how young he is.
And do you think some of that could potentially be? I don't want to sound disrespectful, but maybe the talent around his sort of catchweight division. He sort of just stands out. I'd like to think that somebody I love seeing is Billy Joe Saunders. I'd love to see a fight versus him and Canelo.
That's one fighter, I think. Because Liam's style was a lot similar to Canelo. It was just like it was head on.
Yeah.
But some of the style of Billy Joe Saunders, and Bill's got a great chin.
Yes.
As we've seen, in his previous fights, with punches. But obviously, I think Canelo is going to be a bigger puncher than anyone he's ever fought before. Yeah. And obviously, that's going to test his chin. But I think a fight against Bill, I think it'd be a great fight. I think it's a fight that Bill. I think Bill could actually win that.
Yeah, Bill. I think Bill would love that, and he's got different skill set to Liam Smith. He's in and out. He's strong. He's strong as well, and he proved that against Andy Murray as well. Is it Andy Murray? Sorry, I'm sorry, Andy Murray. I've got Andy Lee, different sport now. So he proved that against Andy Lee, and he dropped him as well.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Bill has got power in his armour. He has got it there. And like you say, it proved it with Andy Lee. You look at some of the previous Andy Lee fights. Who's ever dropped AndyLee as hard as what Billy Joe's dropped him?
And he can punch as well. He's got Andy Lee.
That's what I'm saying. I think Andy Lee. Do you know what? I keep forgetting about that as well. Andy Lee's a really hard puncher, and I'll tell you,
been in some wars,
And Bill stood up to Andy Lee's best shots as well. So you've got to take that into account. So,
exactly.
But it'd be a brilliant fight to see. I would rather at this moment of time see Bill fight Canelo than GGG. But Bill wants either two of them, and he really wants to test himself to be the best, and he truly does want to fight Golovkin. You know, he wants to make the big money, and the thing about Bill is, I think he does want to test himself. You know, all this like ducking and diving against GGG. Listen, you're going to want to get paid handsomely for it. You know, he's a very dangerous fighter, as you've seen in his previous fights. So, you know, the money will be right, and the opportunity's there. Obviously, he's going to fight Golovkin, and I think the money will be right for him, and he will fight Golovkin. I think he'll fight him with the next couple of fights.
100%, and that'd be good to see. Whilst we're on that, that card, mate, in Cardiff, which was scheduled for next week, is it coming down with some rain? Let's move over.
That's all right.
That card that was for next week in Cardiff has now been pushed back to November, right?
November the 26th.
November the 26th. Okay, cool. Now, a very quick word on Tyson Fury's situation, mate. What do you make? Obviously, we wish him the best wishes and speedy recovery. How do you sort of see that situation going at the moment, mate?
I just think it's very sad. You know, it's sad to see anyone, you know, like that going on. You know, down if they call it a downward spot. You know, I'm not. You know, I don't know from the situation what I hear. You know, he's been struggling a lot with depression, like. You know, doing what he's got to do. I think he's had a lot on his shoulders, but you know, I don't know the situation well enough to say like how well he's doing and like, how he can get back in, because I just don't know. But like, from what I know, it's very sad to see. It's very sad to see anyone. You know, if what is said about Tyson is accurate, like. You know what his uncle Peter and all that, you know, Peter and John, and you know they're all great guys.
They're definitely great guys.
They're really nice people. You know, Tyson's a very nice man from the times I've met him. You know, and
he's very charismatic. So
very charismatic, very polite, and you know he's a character. You know?
He's a character, and
you know, boxing need people like Tyson Fury.
Definitely.
And it's very sad that you know he's had to give up his belts. You know, I think in some ways they are right with the media witch hunts and so like that hasn't done him any favours. But then again, you know, Tyson speaks his mind, and that's always been let's say it's been his downfall. You know, he is who he is, and you know I praise him for being who he is and not being like a false person to do. But you know, there's always some boundaries you've got to stay beyond to do that. You know, and obviously I think he's played into the media's hands, obviously, with like interviews and that. You know, they've asked him silly questions. And
but he speaks his mind, as you say, don't he?
He speaks his mind, and obviously like things like that have probably got on top of him, and that's led him to do.
Well, let's hope he returns stronger, mate. So
I really hope that he you know, gets over it. You know, it's sad to see him give up all the belts, and now it's just a free for all. Everyone just scrambling around for the scraps, what he's left over, and you know. So, but
well, he's got a great team around him. You know,
he's got good people around him.
You know,
and,
you guys as well, and
very loyal people around him, and you know, I hope he gets the help that he needs. I hope that he's back in the ring very soon, and to take back what is rightfully his that he never lost in the ring. So
definitely,
you know, it's such a shame, because he should be a mega star. He should be an absolute mega star. He fought, you know, on pay-per-view. He beat the guy who was dominant for 10 years.
The man, he beat the man, didn't he?
He never ever got recognised for it.
No,
he never ever got recognised for it. It's such a shame, and you know, that's probably the best performance that anyone's put up against. You know, he beat the man, so you know, but he never got any accolades for it. But let's hope that he can come back stronger. Let's hope that he gets
100%.
Let's hope he gets appreciated. Obviously, we wish all the best, Tyson.
Because boxing, as you said, mate, boxing needs him. I think you probably know this from a few of my posts, but I'm a David Haye fan. But I still love to see Tyson Fury back in the fold.
Listen,
this Joshua.
David Haye's another charismatic thing, and he's brilliant that he's back. So
100%.
You know, it's it's good that we got all these guys back, and we want them all back together. We want them all.
And it's good for British boxing as well.
Furies, everything. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's a very good time for heavyweight boxing. But as I say, all the best, Tyson. We wish you all well.
100%, mate. And you know, like I said, mate, it's good for British boxing. It's great for Matchroom. Great for Frank Warren Promotions. British boxing's on a real high at the moment, mate. Just quickly, mate. A couple of weekends ago, a very successful night for you guys down in Harrow. I thoroughly enjoyed that, mate.
One of the best nights of boxing I think I've been in a long time. Honestly, I just think
every fight was a cracker, a real good fight.
Even the first round knockouts were brilliant. It was just some brilliant performances, and like those little shows. I mean, that show was set up for for Frank Warren Promotions and Queensbury to show off to showcase their up and coming talent, and they topped it off with a great main event with Liam Walsh and Klimov, and that was set to be a cracker. But Liam Walsh showed you how good he was in that fight, and he made easy work of a quality operator in Klimov. So Liam Walsh world title up for him next against Pedraza, and I think that he wins that 100% hands down.
And it was a great venue as well. I didn't know what to expect, mate, but I turned up. Not only were the fights cracking, the venue was really good.
Very, very big for a leisure centre.
Definitely.
It's probably the biggest leisure centre hall that I've ever seen for boxing as well. It just felt like it was just felt like using like a York Hall or something like that.
100%.
But it's a brilliant venue for the fans. And we had a couple of locals. It was fitting that it was there for Mitchell Smith's comeback, and obviously Jez Smith with his cracker against Macaulay McGowan. And I called that on social media, and I said this would be the fight of the night, and it ended up being
a huge fight. I just quickly want to give a shout out to a couple of guys I went to come and see as well. San Sahota, Prince Patel, great guys.
Prince Patel, unfortunately he wasn't on Box Nation. So I mean, been out for a little while, but come back and with his under a new trainers and with Billy Dodd, and all those guys down the Peacock. So progressing on nice Prince Patel and all that. Calm the lockdown, a lot more humble than what he is now and all that, which he needed to pull the reins back on him.
Definitely.
A bit Prince now.
Prince, you listening?
He knows that.
He knows it.
I've told him a couple of times anyway. So, but. He knows that, and Sanjeev against Fons Alexander. What can I say? What's another battle? A close second to Macaulay McGowan and Jez Smith's fight tonight. I think Sanjeev just showed his heart in that fight. I love watching Sanjeev. I think he's a brilliant fighter.
He's a brilliant fighter.
He's such a nice fella.
Such a nice fella, and he had a big following over from Essex as well.
I think all those guys, Boy Jones Jr., Sanjeev, Billy Long's joined up with all them guys as well. They've got Harley Ben now as well, who have signed up all under Dominic and Lenny, and they're a really great bunch to be around, and they're consummate professionals, and I'm looking forward to seeing what all those guys can bring out the bag.
And Sam McNess, under the legends, Jimmy Tibbs, Mark Tibbs, very humble guys there.
Sam McNess thought, I thought that'd be a hard night for Sam McNess, because I remember that guy was a late opponent for Joe Pigford.
Okay.
The guy who fought Sam, I can't remember his last name. I don't just call him Sam anyway, because I know who he is anyway. Sammy, sorry I forgot your last name, but he fought against Joe Pigford. Joe Pigford, I think he was a bit like Joe Pigford was going into him. I think he was too eager to get the knockout against Sammy, but he was really, really tough against Joe Pigford. And I remember saying before the fight, I thought, Sam's got quite a tough fight here against this guy, but he made it look easy, and Sam picked his punches.
Very clinical performance from Sam.
Very clinical performance, and I think he's a great talent, Sam. I'm looking forward to seeing what he is. So much great talent on that bill. It was brilliant. Ben Smith looked great. Danny Carr, one of my personal favourites, and I hate to say that because there's so many of us and all that, but I really, really like Danny Carr.
You're right with the rain coming down, mate. It's proper October weather here, isn't it?
Yeah.
just quickly, you mentioned Jez Smith and McGowan. What a cracking fight! Jazz really went at him for the first couple of rounds, and sort of ran out of steam. I mean, he had a huge following there because he's a local boy from Harrow. I personally gave it to the Mancuan fella by 1 round.
Yeah. It was that close. I think it was that close that it could have went either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like you say, I mean, could it? Do you know if the fight was up in Manchester, maybe it would have gone to McGowan.
Yeah.
Because of the thing, but I think it was a fight that.
Do you think the draw was a fair result, mate? And I don't want to be controversial here, but
so. I honestly do. They both think they won it, but you know, I think it was a fair result. I think it could have went either way. I don't think you could have complained if either one of them won. It was just one of those fights. I think. And
it sets up a nice, probably a rematch in the future as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
potentially.
I hope to see it again. You know, I think the fans want it. You know, I'm pretty sure that the viewers on Box Nation want it again.
100%.
You know, without that, I remember looking at Twitter and all that afterwards, and you know, it was such great feedback on the fight. I think a lot of people want to see it again. You know, and hopefully, you know, Queensbury and you know, the guys can get that fight on, and you know,
I think that'd be a cracking fight, and potentially, you know.
I know he's back in the gym tomorrow. Jez just come back from the gym.
Yeah.
He's actually trains in that, just down the road from here as well. So. And
you know what? That was a good 8-round fight, but who knows if it had been a 10-round fight, could have even.
I think he was just going back and forth. I think
definitely.
1 minute you thought Jez Smith ran out of steam, then 1 minute you thought McGowan ran out of steam, then one was coming on stronger than the other. It was just. So
it's a real toe-to-toe all the way, wasn't it?
Yeah. Sorry, I just thought I'd see something.
Okay, no worries, mate. No worries.
Concentration. But no, it was just one of those small classics, you know. And I think like I just said, repeat myself again. The fans want to see it, obviously, and I can imagine that. But you know what? We need more fights like this. We need more youngsters. You know, who cares about their own? It's not the end of the world, you know. It's not the end. You've got to get prospects fighting each other. Definitely. They're going to learn more fighting. Prospects are going to learn more fighting other prospects than they're going to do bowling over, you know, all these, you know, Latvian road sweepers where you got that are coming over and all that sort of stuff. You're going to learn more. And you know what? Look, to all the young fighters out there, a loss on your record, even though on your career, is not the end of the world. Not the end of the world.
Exactly. And you know what, mate? You know, I didn't think I would say this, but I can't wait to actually see the next show at Harrow. I really enjoyed the venue and the atmosphere. It was great.
I love small venues. I love small venues, and you know, I go to a lot of non-TV ones. You know, as a boxing fan, and you know, believe it or not, you see some of the best fights around the country on those circuits.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's brilliant because you've got fighters that fight each other like Jez and Smith that know like they're going to push on to the next level if they beat these guys as well. Yeah. There's so much on the line for them when they fight in these fights.
And they're on a great platform already. Mate, just quickly, just to wrap up as well. Yeah. So, approaching the end of the year, is it fair to say 26th of November will be the last big show for you guys?
No, I don't think so. I think
no?
I think there's like obviously hearing things that might be a big show in December in the pipeline. So you know, but like that's not for me to say. Obviously, that's you know, guys up the office and all that to do that. But you know, hope there'll be a big show in December. But, the one on the 26th of November, even though it's been got to wait another little bit more time for that. But
still in Cardiff though, right? Billy Joe Saunders headlining. He's the main event.
Going to be a crack. It's just this is boxing at the end of the day. It's so unfortunate. You know, the two main events that have been, you know, the two main events that
injuries happen, don't they?
Injuries happen, and that's it. You know.
So
and,
again, speedy recovery to those two guys, and you know, 26th of November.
26th. Really can't wait for it. It's just absolutely brilliant show.
Be brilliant. Alfie, as always, it's been a pleasure, mate. All the best, and I'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you very much, top man.
Take care, mate.